Hey, my friends. Get my screen set up. Hold on. I'm trying to get this situated. There we are. Let's see if anybody's around inside of the group. Here we go. Here we go. Am I live? I'm live. Let's see if anybody's around today. So comments, here we go. All right, my friends. So this is going to be a tapping session. This is our monthly tapping session for the group. And I was thinking about my client sessions. Hello. The client sessions that I've had over the last couple of weeks since our last live here together. Hi, Nancy. So glad that you're here. And I thought we would do some tapping on letting change be a favorable experience. Because a lot of times change wigs out the nervous system, right? It can feel as if we are holding on and not sure what's going to come around the corner and in these in-between spaces a lot, right? And what if we could decide that change is in our favor? That change is a part of the divine design of our unfolding. And that this change, whatever it might be, because it's going to show up differently for all of us, is not only welcome, but can feel really good, can bring us evidence of what we want to achieve, can reflect opportunities for us. So that's my thought, is let's do some tapping on shifting out of fear of change into letting it become a positive experience. I think this is something that we can also use during most times of life, right? As we're going through a transition, as we're facing something that we're not quite sure what the end result might be. For some of us, it is letting go of control. Not having control and having outside influences or circumstances that feel like it's sort of dictating what's going to go on, and we may not feel we have the influence or impact in the scenario, which leads to that feeling of being out of control. And that can be very triggering for us. It can be something that we resist and something where we dig in and we try to force a solution. So what if we leaned into the change and we asked ourselves how this could be the greatest thing for us, and show me the blessings, right? Show me the blessings. Show me how good this can get. I love working with those kind of statements with people, whether it's in journaling and things like that, or in our tapping sessions when I work with clients. Because a lot of times there's these unconscious fears, and those bubble up when we feel vulnerable, right? And so think about change. It can be very vulnerable for us, depending on whatever it is the change is about. Phases of life, different stages of life. We have transitioning from one age to another age that can be triggering for some. It can be the fact that things around us are moving and shifting, and we just don't know how to find our footing in that. Change can also invoke a sense of, I'm not safe. What's going to happen? Will I be okay? Will we be okay? Change can create uncertainty and make us kind of feel like the ground beneath us is shifting. And even though a part of us believes in the divine design of things, right? And that it's working out in my favor. And I know this is probably going to lead to something much better than I could have ever imagined. In the midst of it, it can be frightening, and it can cause a lot of inner conflict. So let's do some tapping around this. I thought this could be our group tapping experience for the month. And this is what we do. So once a month, I come in here and we do a Tap Into Your Soul live tapping experience. That's what we're going to do. And then we have other things, by the way. So check out the event schedule here if you guys haven't, because that is where we're going to start posting all of our events that we have going on, so that you can see when we have the Prosperity Power Hour, when we have live tapping. We're going to have other things that we're also going to be sharing within this space as well. So let's start with this idea of tapping for change to let it feel better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start guiding you guys through a process, right? It's not a very long process, but it's powerful. So I want you to think about it this way. Let's start with, you can pick change in general. I suggest picking something that is a real experience you're going through, all right? Something that's actually happening where it maybe there's changes that you're not quite sure what to do with or how to feel. Maybe there's changes that are not welcome, but you are just kind of feeling forced, like you have to go through them. Maybe there are good changes happening, but you're still nervous or anxious or have some other type of emotion involved in that experience. So let's start here and pick something. Pick a change, okay? Pick a change, a cycle, a something that brings you fear, insecurity, frustration, resistance. Resistance is always a great one to work with. Pick something that you are just having a lot of resistance around when it comes to change or uncertainty or fear. Okay. Now, when you think about this, and whatever this is, whatever your scenario, your situation is, on a scale from 0 to 10, how intense is that resistance? That feeling of like, oh, I'm going to dig in and try to control this. Okay. 10 is the ultimate. Like, I am going to figure this out. I'm going to make this happen. There's no way that, change is going to happen unless it's on my terms. Like, even though we know that's nonsense, but that's how we can feel, right? So complete resistance, wanting to control, feeling out of control, maybe feeling extreme fear, right? Completely triggered as a 10. 0 on the other end of this means I have no resistance to change or whatever this change is, which means you're probably not picking the best thing for you, by the way. If you have 0 resistance to this, then likely you're not picking the thing that could serve you the most to work with. So just consider that, all right? Now, pick one hand to work with. After you get your number, so 0 to 10, where are you on that scale? Just kind of tune into that. When you think about change, when you think about your resistance level, whatever it might be, just tune into that. Okay. Now pick either hand to work with, and we're just going to start tapping on the back of your hand and repeat after me. All right. You're going to start moving through the points at our own pace, repeating after me. And if I say something that doesn't work for you, doesn't resonate with you, feel free to change the words. All right. Here we go. I know that things are changing, and I really don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to honor that a part of me is afraid. I'm going to honor that a part of me doesn't know what to do with this. I'm going to honor that a part of me is scared. All right, just breathe. I give myself permission for this to become an incredible experience. I give myself permission to feel safe within this change. I give myself permission for my resources to appear. Excellent. Now we're going to start moving through the points. Here we go. Even though there's a part of me that completely resists change, I'm willing to relax and surrender. I'm willing for this to feel better than my mind is making it out to be. Just breathe and tap. I'm willing to feel safe within these changes. I honor the part of me that's uncertain and scared. I give myself permission to feel this, so I no longer suppress it. I honor the part of me that's showing up in fear. I honor the part of me that wants to feel safe. I honor the part of me that wants to feel secure in making these decisions. I honor the part of me that wants a guarantee that it's going to all work out. I give myself permission to not know. I give myself permission to be in this transition, to be in between solutions, to not yet know where I'm going. I give myself permission to accept that I'm in this liminal space of my life, in between, not knowing, because a part of me doesn't like not knowing. A part of me wants to feel safe. A part of me wants to know every single step that I can take and how it's going to go. Because a part of me isn't all in until I know if it's going to be all right. I'm going to honor that. I'm going to honor my deepest feelings of change. Now breathe and pause here. Close your eyes. Just tune in. Just notice the sensations in your body. Pay attention to what you're feeling, what you're aware of. And now let's move on to the second round out of 3. Even though I don't know where I'm going, I do believe I'm guided. Even though I don't always know how to honor that guidance. I don't always know how to listen to my intuition or what it's trying to tell me. But it is happening. And I give myself permission to understand it more. I give myself permission to honor my intuition, to discern my next steps with clarity and confidence, to feel my solutions emerge with ease and grace, to know that I'm guided and supported, and to continuously feel evidence of this happening. I give myself permission to be held in compassion and support. I give myself permission to experience this transition with grace, with great comfort, knowing that all is unfolding for my highest good. Releasing the need to control. Trusting that I am enough, that everything I need and everything I want will come through me. And it'll come to me. I give myself permission to receive. I give myself permission to receive all of the things I might possibly need during this time of transition and change. I can relax as I allow the solutions in and listen to the inner prompting of my intuition, helping me to see, sense, and feel whatever is for me to receive. I give myself permission to feel at ease during this time of change. Allowing myself the gift of grace to be aligned and in touch with my personal power. Seeing evidence of this showing up all around me. To feel so confident and on purpose. Knowing it's all unfolding for me. I don't need to do or force anything. Yet I'll choose to take inspired action when it feels like a fit. This feels so much better. I'm willing to feel this way in these times of change. I'm willing to let this be so much easier than the stories that my mind has created. Pause here, take a deep breath. Imagine relaxing your shoulders, just feeling your entire body softening, releasing resistance, sinking into your truth. You're knowing that all is going to be well. All is going to be well. All works out for me. And then when you're ready, let's continue tapping for our last and final round. It's going to be amazing. I can feel it. Things are always so incredibly laid out. I just need to remember this. I get to feel the ease of this now. I get to feel the comfort of this now. I give myself permission to feel freedom within this change. I give myself permission to feel at peace within this change. I give myself permission to feel comfortable and abundant within this change. I give myself permission to feel safe, to create this safety from within, to feel completely clear and connected to my body and grounded in the present moment, to remember the power, the truth of who I am. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Hand on your heart, close your eyes. Feel into your system. Notice what's happening. Just take a deep breath. And now come back to the scale from 0 to 10. Where are you now? And then when you're ready, you may open your eyes. And if you feel guided to share your before number and your after number, I would love to know what they are for you and how you're feeling. If you're watching the replay, just let us know. Just put #replay. Let us know your before number, your after number. And I hope that this tapping experience has served you well and that you are reminded of how safe you are, how prepared you are to make it through whatever change it is that you might be facing in your life at this time. Thank you for being here, my friends. I'm sending you all my love. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, And feel free to leave some comments, some feedback. And thanks for being a part of this community. I see you, I appreciate you, and I'm grateful that you're here. Take care.